Okay guys, welcome to my gym. This is actually just like the empty room in my house right now. So I've been using it as my gym. Hopefully you can hear me and see me. It's a little bit dark in here and there's not like an overhead light. I just have my ring light. We'll see what happens. So I wanted to get on here and talk to you about a couple of things. So on your challenge tracker app, once you open it up and get everything started, it's going to ask you what your goals are. So I'm going to open mine really quick. And we are going to make this a very specific goal. Where is my stuff? Here we go. Okay. So this is going to be your why. This is going to be why you are working out every day, why you are pressing play every day, why you're coming in to this space and working on you. So a couple of things about that. One, I want this to be very strong. Now you may have like several goals, which is great to have a lot of goals. But you need one very, very, very strong one that is going to pull you in to work out every day. So firstly, it has to be strong. So don't make it a broad statement like, I want to be healthy. Don't make that your goal. That can't be your goal. Yes, you will get healthy by doing this, but that is not going to make you want to come to work out every day. If you see that on a Post-it note every morning, you're going to be like, okay, yeah. It's not specific enough. So for me, I'll tell you what my goal is. I want to have a baby. I don't have anyone to have a baby with, but that doesn't matter because in my life, I want to have a baby, okay? And I need my body to be healthy for that. But my very specific goal about that is I'm 35 years old right now, and if I have a baby right now, it's going to be very hard for me to get this body back. I've never had a six-pack in my life. I'm getting close. You can see my little like things happening there. But I've never had a six-pack in my entire life, not even when I was 16, not when I was 21, never. So my main goal is to get a six-pack before I have a child. That is my very specific goal, and I have it written down, and I look at it, and I say it to myself every day before I press play, and that is what gets my ass here and working. That is when I am like burning my ass off doing like mountain climbers or something and I want to stop. I say it to myself, six-pack, you need a six-pack, you want the six-pack. And I'm like, ugh, and it keeps me going. It's what pushes me to move further than if I was just like, I want to be healthy. Okay, second thing about goals, you need to make them specific. You need to make them attainable also. So now, if your goal is going to be a weight goal or your goal is going to be an inches goal, if you have like over 100 pounds to lose, I don't think there's anyone in this group who has that, but if you have over 100 pounds to lose, do not make your goal to lose 100 pounds. Make it specific for this group. We have an 8-week program. So typically healthy women will lose about a pound a week. You may lose a little bit more or less in the beginning, but typically a pound a week is usually what's achievable. So if you think about that as an 8-week program, if you say I want to lose 8 pounds, you'll probably lose more. You might lose 7 or whatever, but at least you made that your goal, and that's definitely attainable, okay? The other thing I want to say about weight though is if you have less than 20 pounds to lose, do not make weight your goal, because when I started this, I lost 30 pounds, but my body has continued to change. And my weight has fluctuated up and down throughout that process because I don't have a lot of weight to lose. And the thing is, what happens is you're going to be gaining muscle, building muscle, losing weight. The scale is going to be not your friend if you don't have a lot of poundage to lose. Now, inches is where it's at. So if you are like, I need to lose 5 inches all around, that's a great goal. That's a great goal to have. So that's what I'll say about the weight goals. Another great goal is like, I want to fit in those pants I haven't ever fit in, or that I haven't fit in years. That's another really great goal. Now, that segues into my next thing. So you're going to take a before and after picture. You do not need to share that with anyone ever in the world. It is for you only. I will say though, if you do share your before and after picture to Beachbody and you hashtag it on the internet or whatever, they send you a free t-shirt if you're interested in that. If you're an introvert and you're like, fuck that, I don't blame you. That's totally fine. This is for you only. Even if you're not going to share it with anyone, please take this before and after picture. I regret not taking a before picture before I started Beachbody because I don't have a really good gauge of where I've originally started 2 years ago. I have a gauge of when I started 80 Day Obsession about a year ago, but I had still lost already so much weight that it's not as big of a difference, and I wish I had that original picture, honestly. So, and here's why. I will share with you guys later my picture of the 80 Day Obsession. I wasn't really seeing that much, I wasn't feeling like I was losing a lot of weight. I felt like I was staying the same throughout the whole thing. I felt like my goals of strength and cardio capacity was totally changing. I felt great about that. I was like, oh, my non-scale victories, I can do more push-ups, whatever. I feel like that was happening, but as far as my body, I didn't feel like it was changing at all. And here's why, is because you're attached to your body all the time. You are not in the mirror 24 hours a day, you know what I'm saying? And you're not watching it happen. You can't, those little things you're not going to be able to see. But when I took that midway photo, you would not believe how different it is. First of all, my butt went from here to here, and it's very, very apparent. I will show you the pictures. So it's very important that you take your before and after picture, because at the end of this 8 weeks, when you compare, you're going to be so freaking happy and proud of yourself that you did that. So that's for you. You can share it with the group. I encourage you to share it with the group. This is a safe space. We are all here to support each other. And those victories, it feels so good whenever I share them with people and they're like, wow, you look great. Oh my God. And by the time you look great, you don't care what you looked like back then. You're like, that was the old me. Check me out now, man. And that's such a big victory. So I do encourage you to share it if you can. If you don't feel bad about it, but do take it anyway. What else did I want to say? Okay, so when you're taking the picture though, please keep these things in mind. You need to take a photo in good lighting with a plain background. Exactly like this. This is exactly what it actually, in fact, I wouldn't do it at this time. I would do it early in the morning when there's sun coming in a light. Face the light. The light needs to be facing your face. Plain background. And then when you take your next photo, we're going to be taking photos every 2 weeks so we can see our progression. You are going to take it in the exact same spot. So if you're a flight attendant, please do not take this photo in a hotel room, because you will never be back there again when you need to take the next photo. Take this in your home when you have time, with a plain background, light facing you, and then the third thing I'll say is with the least amount of clothing. This is embarrassing if you live with a lot of people and you don't want anyone to see it, so maybe do it when you're home alone or whatever. And you're gonna cringe at these photos. Believe me, I did. My photo that I'm gonna show you of my 80 Day Obsession is horrifying. I was in this little tiny string bikini, and I hate that picture of me. But I love the picture of me later. That picture of me is horrifying. But this is the reason why, and I'll show you again in this picture that I show you. If I was wearing pants and a long sleeve shirt, you would never even see the difference. You wouldn't see the difference of what happened day 1 and what happened day 40, what happened day 80. You would never see the difference because I was covering myself. So don't need to do it in a bikini if you don't want to. I encourage you to do so though, because you will see even more of where the progress is happening the least amount of clothing you're wearing. Do it freaking naked if you're never going to show it to anyone. I don't care. But this is a great outfit to do it in. So shorts and a sports bra. Perfect outfit to do this in. You don't need to do it in a bikini, no big deal. So stand all the way back so you can see your full body. You want to do a full body here, a full body here. Bring your arms up like this. Make sure that you're completely, so that your back isn't turned. You want to look into the camera to make sure that you can see the full line of yourself like that. And then the full in the back as well. You want to see the full 360 of your body, because there are pictures of me, especially the more weight you lose. When you look at me this way, you can't really tell a difference side by side, but then you look at me this way and I'm like this and then I'm like that. You know what I mean? So you have to be able, and the one with 88 Obsession, my butt, I'll show you, it's like unbelievable. I'm sorry, it's freezing in my house. I'm going to now segue into the last thing that I want you to measure is your body. Okay, so you're going to take your weight, go to a local gym if you don't have a scale. Oh my God, I just put this on upside down. What the hell am I doing? All right, whatever. I'm about to measure myself anyway. Go to your local gym if you don't have a scale, or usually like a drugstore like Rite Aid or a pharmacy. A pharmacy usually will have a scale there. You can go to your doctor or whatever, but I will also post on here the scale that I use that I love this scale, because it shows you, it's connected right to my phone and it shows you everything, especially for someone who doesn't have to lose a lot of weight, because again, the scale is not your friend when you don't have a lot of weight to lose, because the fat and the muscle, it's more about how you fit into your clothes. It's more about the inches at some point. At some point you segue from the weight loss to that. And when you get to that place, it's really good to see body fat percentage, all of like skeletal muscle. It has everything in your body that it measures, and it's really great. It's not that expensive. I did buy it on Prime Day. You can wait for that when that comes back around or whatever. If you have Amazon Prime, it also is on Prime. That whole thing. So make sure you take your weight, no matter where you are, even if you're not all about the scale yet, or you're past that. Take your weight anyway. Put it down in the tracker. That's all in the tracker. Now I'm going to show you how you're going to measure yourself. This is really important where you measure yourself, because again, like the photo, you want to take your photo exactly where you did. Make sure your phone is exactly where it was, in the same exact angle, so that there's nothing distorted and it's always the same exact photo every time, so you can see your real progression. The same thing goes with the tape measure. So if you don't have a tape measure, I feel like I bought this at the dollar store. You can get them at Joann Fabrics, Michaels, whatever. They're really inexpensive. So get yourself a tape measure and measure your body. So now I'm going to show you, this is super important. This is something that you'll see in your pants, but you won't notice in your arms and your legs and things like that, and your booty and all that. Like, I think when I did Lift 4 for the very first time, I gained. I was so worried because 88 Obsession was so focused on building your booty, and I didn't feel like we did a lot of booty work in Lift 4. And I was like, I hope I'm not losing my cute booty that I gained. Oh my God, my phone's already dying. Ugh, so annoying. I'm trying to make this quick. This has already been such a long video, sorry. But anyway, I gained inches in my booty, and I would have never known that had I not taken these measurements. This is so important. Okay, so when you're doing the measurements, you want to do them on the largest part of that particular body part. So when you do your arm, you want to look in the mirror and find the largest part of your it's going to probably be your bicep. You're going to wrap it around and bring it to your side like that. And mine's about 10, I think. it is, yeah, about 10.5 inches. So, so you write that down and remember exactly where you did it. Okay, so it was in the big part of my bicep and I had my bicep down when I did it. Again, the next time you do your measurements, do it there. Now, a note on your bust goes right across your nipple. You may need help with this because you want to make sure that it's straight all the way back as well. You don't want it to be down here or all the way up there. So it's right across the nipple all the way. I have a padded bra on right now. Make sure you take that off. Make sure it's like there's nothing, no padding here at all. Take your bra off, do it like that. Your waist is right where the smallest part of your waist. I'm short torsoed, I have a SpongeBob body, whatever, but usually a waist goes in here. So wherever your waist goes in, that's what you're measuring for your waist. Now, because I am short torsoed and the thing that matters to me most is losing all of this, that is the only thing, and my main goal is my abs, is that six pack. I measure my waist in 2 spots. I measure it where you're supposed to, in that smallest part, and then I measure it in the biggest part, which is right under my belly button, where most women hold, and I have these obliques here, that whole thing. I get all that into it, and I don't smush it down like this either. I don't do that. I just lightly rest it on top of that oblique, where the biggest part of my belly is, and I do a measurement there because I want to know how many inches I lost after this 8 weeks. Leg is, again, the largest part of your leg, right in the middle there. And do both sides, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I have a little bit of scoliosis in the bottom of my back, and I kind of walk a little bit lopsided like that. So because of that, one of my legs tends to be more muscular than the other. And when I do a program like that, like this, where I'm lifting weights, they kind of even out. So I want to see that they've done that. I think those are all the measurements that you have. Make sure you write them down as you're doing so you don't forget. Put them in the tracker, and what's really cool about the tracker app is the next time you do your measurements, the next time you put them in, I like to do it bi-weekly. So like every other week I do my measurements, and every other week I do a photo, and I actually weigh myself every single week, because I want to see if I lost that 1 pound that you typically lose. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. What's more important is the non-scale victories as well. Like, am I building up my push-ups that are up instead of on my knees, all that kind of stuff, which also could be a goal. Maybe that's your goal. Maybe you're like, I want to do like an actual real push-up. That's a great goal to have. Write that down, put it on a Post-it note, put it everywhere in your house. At least put it somewhere where you're going to see it every single day, and look at it every day and say it to yourself before you do your workout. That is what will get you here and pushing play with us. I didn't finish what I was saying, I think, about the tracker app. When you put it in after the 2 weeks, it's just going to populate and you're going to see your losses. It's so great. It's like the coolest thing ever. Or your gains if you're trying to gain your booty, which I did one week. So anyway, that's really important. Get all of those things done before we start next Monday. And if you are feeling up for it, I am going to post my why on our page. I'd love to hear yours. And the last thing I'll say is you do not have to share anything with any of us if you feel like you don't want to and you're not ready for that. That's totally okay, but you have to share it with me, okay? So when you do the app, I'm your coach, I'm here for you, and there's a reason why you need to share it with me. It's kind of like I'm your I'm not a doctor, please, oh my God, no, I'm not a doctor, but it's like that doctor confidentiality kind of a thing. I will never share any of your information with anyone. It's just there for me to see how you're progressing and help you out when you're not, or you're feeling discouraged. So when you sign onto the app, it'll tell you, what do I share with my coach? You have to toggle all of those that you're sharing everything with me so that I know where you're at and I can help you out. If you don't share that with me, I can't help you. I don't know where you're at. So again, you don't have to share anything with anyone. gotta share it with me. I encourage you to share it with each other though, because we are all here to support each other. No judgment here. If I see anyone judging anyone, you're gonna have real freaking stern talking to from me, because I do not have any tolerance for that whatsoever. That's it, guys. I'm so sorry this is like the longest video ever. All of these are gonna be long. I'm super long-winded. There is a reason for that though. Every time I've done a challenge group, everyone asks me a million questions at the beginning, because there's like so much information. There's all this stuff coming at you and you need to know where to go. And this is just to avoid all of the questions being asked over and over, like same questions. So I'm giving you all of the information up front so you know exactly what to do and you are like prepared to jump right into this. I think that's it. If you have any questions about doing your measurements, pictures, your why, all of that stuff, please message me. My email is posted in our tracker app. You can message me on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you feel comfortable to do it. I feel like, what is this weird thing I'm doing? It's like a league of their own. Anyway, guys, I hope you're having a really great day. Get your workout in, do your drink your Shakeology, and check in. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye.